23 minutes of league football ago. For Kilmarnock, 10 defeats in 11 Premiership matches either side of the summer break. They are desperate to stop the rot. And the pitch part of the story, this artificial surface at Rugby Park, it's bone dry, hasn't rained very much. There have been one or two problems with the watering system. Kilmarnock victories over Celtic have been thin on the ground, apart from 3 years ago when they beat the Hoops in the League Cup final and the league. But the trend is Celtic's friend. 8 consecutive wins against Killie. They prevailed in all 3 encounters last season by a combined 8-1 margin. Forward by Mark Connolly for Kilmarnock, off the head of Emilio Izaguirre, and Efe Ambrose in the heart of the Celtic defence tonight, with Dedrick Boyata not part of the equation. Scott Robinson operating in the Kilmarnock midfield, the former Hearts player. And Chris, as far as you are concerned, what will be the important factors out there tonight?
I think the pitch is a factor, and I don't blame Kilmarnock for not watering it. I think that they're entitled to think there's going to be a leveller.
And they've got Yanko forward here, Celtic. Into the clutches of Jamie MacDonald. Sadie Yanko, his first start for the Parkhead club.
Just going back to the pitch, Derek, Celtic want to get the ball down and play. With a dry pitch, it makes it sticky, and it makes it harder to pass the ball quicker.
They played in similar conditions, Chris, in Iceland just a few weeks ago in Champions League qualifying against Stjarnan. They won that game 4-1 despite conceding the first goal.
To be honest, Derek, I didn't get too excited about that.
I know you didn't. I remember your comments at the time. Now, Lee Griffiths enjoying tremendous freedom. Griffiths not wasting any time. It's a goal inside 2 minutes. Celtic not worried at all about the playing surface. Not much Kilmarnock defending going on. And Griffiths says thank you very much.
Well, the pitch didn't make a difference here. I think as Connolly just switched off, Griffiths does what we know he does exceptionally well. He's looking in behind. And when he gets in, well, what about the finish? I don't think we expected anything else.
Clinical from Griffiths. Chris Commons had the presence of mind to try that. And Griffiths did the rest.
From Gary Locke's point of view, it is just schoolboy defending. They just switch off. You know what type of player Commons is. He'll get his head up. He's a good passer of the ball. You know what Griffiths is. That's a dread to the worst possible start for Kilmarnock.
Well, it has been a tale of woe for Killie so far this season. Fixture list hasn't been too kind to them, but I wonder what Age Hareide thought about that. The coach of Malmo, senior statesman as coaching figures go in Scandinavia.
You know what though, Derek? Kilmarnock should approach this game with no fear. Nobody expects them to get the result here tonight. Going into it, there shouldn't be any nerves. Just go and play. Get up to people, but you have to concentrate on the basics, and that was real schoolboy stuff.
Virgil van Dijk. Dyke wasn't closed down, was inclined to shoot. The goal from Griffiths, 91 seconds faster than his strike against Ross County. Here's Josh Magennis, and it's Greg Kiltie just arriving on the scene for Kilmarnock. The turn by Rory McKenzie. Robinson's pass, McKenzie trying to test Craig Gordon.
Yeah, good little interplay there. And McKenzie just trying to lift over Gordon. I was impressed with Magennis' running behind. Held the ball up well just before then, and that's what he has to do as a centre forward, stretch Celtic out.
Craig Gordon, player of the year, according to the Scottish Football Writers Association. Just won that award with Hearts way back in 2005-2006. Stefan Johansson sitting in front of the Celtic defence. Here's Kiltie. A lot of buzz about Greg Kiltie here at Rugby Park. We have plenty of youngsters coming through the ranks. Scott Robinson. He took the ideal pass. Nia Bitton was back there, and away goes Tom Rogic. Play rages on, with Connolly hobbling on. It's Johansson's pass, and Celtic in the mood. Flowing again. Chris Commons at the tail end.
Yeah, they work a little 3v2 here. Johansson anticipates that well. I don't know whether Commons, for me, should just draw, I think, at Smith and slip Griffiths in there. We know he can be deadly from that range.
Bitton chance to get out with Robinson. Down has gone Rory McKenzie. Nia Bitton for company there.
Yeah, Bitton just in the back of McKenzie there. I think we said before we thought McKenzie might start it on the left. It looks like Higginbotham will start it on the left with McKenzie just tucked in behind Josh Magennis.
Stevie Smith, one of the players standing over this free kick, the former Rangers man. And the blue and white army looking for a response by Kilmarnock. It's Higginbotham. Strong header away by Van Dijk. Now Izagirre scoops it forward for Celtic. Donald Westlake is letting it bounce. Smith getting into a spot of trouble. James Forrest. Here's Rogic. Trying to line up the shot. Beaten down by MacDonald. Celtic on the front foot.
Yeah, good from Forrest, good driving run. I thought he actually got pulled back a little bit earlier in the attack. And Rogic just shifts it. A good strike. MacDonald saves well.
In the 2-0 win over Partick Thistle. Here's Aguirre. McKenzie. Bitton holds on to it. Small play by Nia Bitton. Van Dijk. And Magennis takes it away from him. Nigel Van Dijk sharing speculative sentences with Southampton in the papers again this morning. Yanko. Celtic corner.
Yeah, Kilmarnock are trying to press the ball high, but Celtic are just picking them off and getting numbers forward. Up.
It's a delightful evening, but it's an awkward sun. Stefan Johansson to deliver this corner. Stefan Johansson sails over the head of Tommy Rogic. Here's Chris Commons. Rogic. Jamie Hamill, tenacious competitor. Beats on. Not as decisive as usual. And then went Rogic to do his job for Celtic. Commons. Now Forrest. Missed the Partick Thistle match through injury. Well, why not have a go when your tail is up? Lee Griffiths has scored once already. Izagirre. And that will be Jamie MacDonald's ball.
Yeah, good strike from Griffiths. Just picking that little pocket is a long way out. It's a save you'd expect MacDonald to make.
He so badly wants to be a member of the starting 11 against Malmo next week. Nadir Chifchi has been the striker of choice in Europe for Ronnie Tyler. As Lee Griffiths believes there's no good reason why they can't coexist in the same 11. Josh Magennis, the lone Kilmarnock player, up inside the box. And here is Izaguirre for Celtic.
Well, we've had the Griffiths-Chifchi debate. If Griffiths keeps scoring goals, though, he'll make a good case for himself.
Rogic carried it forward that time. Jamie Hamill, intended for Greg Kiltie.
I like Josh Magennis. He's looking to get him behind Ambrose and Van Dijk. And with this pitch, the ball will stick. So I think he's doing the right thing.
Here's Izaguirre. Forrest wanted it played to him. James Forrest pushing it towards MacDonald.
Well, what are we, 10 minutes in Celtic are just carving Kilmarnock open with ease. It's good interplay as well. Good turn from Forrest, just couldn't quite get a good enough connection.
Not quite what Jamie MacDonald had planned.
Well, I don't know what Jamie MacDonald's thinking there. I think Griffiths isn't standing on top of the goalkeeper there. MacDonald's just kicked it straight at him.
Griffiths was nevertheless penalised.
Goalkeepers get some protection these days.
That speaks a former striker. Izaguirre being handed by Higginbotham. Was quite critical of artificial surfaces last season, but has ended up playing for Kilmarnock. Scott Robinson.
Yeah, it was a pretty odd one, that. Being critical of the plastic surface and then signing.
He's a very creative player, Higginbotham. Certainly Kilmarnock will hope he can get up there to join Magennis from time to time. Hamill. Here is Callum Higginbotham. Westlake had made himself available. Higginbotham off the head of Sadie Yanko.
Yeah, not a bad ball in from Higginbotham there. I think just like to see Forrest and Izaguirre working harder to stop the cross.
Scott Brown in attendance tonight. Did ask Ronnie Tyler about his fitness with the Malmo game in mind. Said he hopes he's going to be okay for next week. First leg against Malmo at Celtic Park. Before that, Celtic have got Inverness at home on Saturday. Higginbotham popping up on the Kilmarnock left now. Stevie Smith over there too. Some of 11 players released by Rangers. Stephen Smith. Higginbotham not about putting in the tackle. Rogic giving it away. And the shot was always going wide. And Kiltie in the advanced position.
Yes, Rogic just loses his bearings a little bit there. Kiltie, I don't know whether the ball's just stuck under his feet a little bit there. Probably within range to try and test Craig Gordon.
Forrest. Westlake reached out. Still James Forrest on the move. Tried to make the connection with Rogic. Driven away by Smith.
Well, in the first place, what a take from James Forrest. Sucks Westlake in and drives the box. He's a little bit unlucky with the pass, slightly overhit. But Westlake, that ball's travelled a long way, I think it was, from Craig Gordon. He has to deal with that better.
A bit on. F.A. Ambrose. There's Sadie Yanko. Ambrose and Van Dijk side by side. Izaguirre and Forrest. Griffiths and doing the shepherding, Lee Ashcroft. Back with MacDonald.
They worked some good combinations down the left-hand side on Sunday at Partick Thistle. Celtic did. Forrest obviously starting this time. They know beforehand Izagiri and Forrest the moves they're going to play. I just think Griffiths there could have got hold of it for Celtic.
Well, a serenading the manager, the Celtic supporters. Looking like the tempo from Celtic at the weekend at Firhill, particularly in the first half.
Well, Celtic, when they have European football domestically, they'll want to dictate the tempo.
Starting at high speed this evening here in East Ayrshire. McKenzie, deftly done. And Kiltie trying to give it to Higginbotham. Ambrose. Forward by Gordon. Wanted to be direct. Griffiths was up there. This is Hodge. Westlake. Joined Kilmarnock in September of last year as a free agent. Released by Sheffield United. Forrest taking on Westlake. Too strong by Forrest. Commons. That's Commons versus Stephen Smith. Yanko for Johansson. A flexible player, can operate one of the attacking midfield positions, or, as is the case tonight, deeper in midfield. Van Dijk. The dummy was by Griffiths. Johansson. Commons. Making MacDonald work yet again.
Yeah, good play again from Celtic. Controlling the ball across the pitch. I think it was a good little over from Griffiths. Johansson put the ball out wide, and Commons a good shot off again. It's a save you'd expect MacDonald to make.
And 7 shots, 6 saves up to this point. 1 goal. Courtesy of Lee Griffiths. Inside the first couple of minutes. Kilmarnock unable to settle into a rhythm. Johansson was in danger of showing too much of it to McKenzie. Beaton. Celtic full of purpose here. Chris Commons. Has an excellent goal-scoring record here at Rugby Park. 7 goals in 6 matches prior to tonight.
This is where I think the pitch kills players. For long shots, it just seems to get stuck just as the players are looking to strike the ball. Just off target there. I've been impressed with James Forrest the first 15 or so minutes. He looks to have the beating of Westlake. Just wonder whether young Greg Kiltie makes sure that he's doubling up with Westlake and giving him a bit of support defensively.
Well, it's so important, isn't it, Chris, to have that bit of defensive support. You're facing a player like Forrest, who's clearly up for it. Really fit again. Higginbotham. And continues here. McKenzie for Kilmarnock. New design as far as the Killie strips are concerned this season. Izagiri looking things up. Johansson, look at the space afforded Forrest. The defenders backing off. James Forrest tried to dupe Mark Connolly, nothing there.
Wrong decision for me from Forrest.
Action spills over to the other end, and the offside flag is up against Josh Magennis.
I think Forrest in that position should be a little bit more queued up. Could have been unselfish. Rogic had made a run. I think it was another 3v2 situation. Celtic have got in like that and haven't made the most of it. I think Ronnie Dyler would just want the second goal. Kill the game.
Ambrose. Van Dijk. Izagiri. Rogic. Back to Emilio Izagiri. Looked up to see who was available. It's away by the man from Monaghan. Mark Connolly. Johansson. A little bit clumsy there. Connolly on Johansson.
I think that's what you call buying a free kick. You see here on the replay, I don't think there's a lot in this. And Johansson, little tug there, and he goes down after the tug. I used to do that occasionally.
Never. Johansson, chance for taking it. There's Kiltie. The lone spell at Queen of the South last season, Greg Kiltie. Started the final 2 games of the last campaign for Kilmarnock. Having returned to the parent club. A good play that time by Higginbotham. Here's Magennis. Takes the deflection, and Izagire is unable to prevent the corner.
Yeah, I thought Higginbotham there. Really strong, held the ball up well. Slightly optimistic with the shot from Magennis. A good opportunity for Kilmarnock.
Kilmarnock playing towards the Rugby Road end of the ground in this first half. Connolly has come up from the back. Higginbotham to take this. Van Dijk managed to get his head to it. It's Stevie Smith, high and hopeful.
Celtic go zonal from set pieces, corners especially. The ball actually didn't fall too bad from Van Dijk's head for Stephen Smith. Just couldn't quite get over it.
Johansson. Back to Gordon. Johansson well aware of the presence of Scott Robinson. Joined Kilmarnock in June on a 3-year contract. Gordon once more, just decides to get rid of it. Westlake. So a bit of time at left back last season, but predominantly a right full back. This is Izagire. Now Forrest. Trying to zigzag his way forward. Griffiths, difficult angle. But it comes off Lee Ashcroft. Corner to Celtic.
I know Kiltie's a young man, but he's got to work harder then in doubling up with Westlake. It's too easy. Forrest drives that inside. Kiltie should be there blocking that. That's his job. Forrest looks in the mood.
Van Dijk ambling into the penalty area. Commons takes. And it comes to Johansson. Belting it towards goal, the Norwegian.
Yeah, it's a good one. I think it's from Hamill. It's a good strike from Johansson. Just can't get his hip up and over the ball.
Well, it was close. Only Diver had a good view of that. MacDonald, who started all 47 games for Falkirk last season. Gary Locke, happy to have him on board here at Kilmarnock now.
I think from Gary Locke, you know, looking at tonight's game, said earlier, I don't think anybody really expects Kilmarnock to get anything from this game. The first game of the season against Dundee was a catastrophe. 4-0, I think it could have been 6 or 7. And then with Aberdeen away and Celtic at home, it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be the next 3 or 4 games where Kilmarnock will be really looking to pick up points.
Just hearing that Chris Commons has told the bench that he's picked up a bit of an injury. It might be a thigh problem. Anthony Stokes, Callum McGregor, some of the players going through their paces. Danny Mackay, Stephen as well. Leo Bitton. Crawford Allen spotted the foul. Griffiths, the player who went down. Vastly experienced keeper, Jamie MacDonald. It wasn't lost on Kilmarnock, the scale of the task in this game on the back of defeats at the hands of Dundee and Aberdeen. There's Commons. It's going to be the Celtic player to take it, chipping it in. Bit on, he's managed to get his head to the ball. Forrest. Connolly was attending to Forrest. And they left to Izagirre. He's never keen to miss matches, come to think of it. He doesn't miss too many.
No, he doesn't.
Sadie Yanko, showcase for him tonight. His first Celtic start. Swiss under-21 international.
Interesting to hear what Jami Albi said about him before the game. Prefers that wing-back role, I think.
Well, many who wonder if his future might be higher up the pitch. But he's at right back in this game. Here's Efe Ambrose using Sadie Yanko. Ambrose comes off Jamie Hamill. As Kilmarnock look for a bit of traction. Magennis. Can be a very lively player. And Van Dijk having to watch him closely. Corner.
That's good intent from Magennis. Actually, you saw the dry pitch, the effect they had on Magennis' run, then the ball stopped. But I like that as positive play. He's a different type to Boyd. He'll run those channels. He can be quite direct. I think with Chris Boyd, he needs support.
Now in Higginbotham. We'll take this. Ashcroft, Connolly at the ready for Kilmarnock. Van Dijk did enough. Well, the switch was attempted by Smith. Here is Cummins. He's reiterated to the bench, by the way, that he's struggling fitness-wise out there.
Didn't look like he was struggling with that little burst of pace there.
So Gary Mackay-Steven is about to come on. The call at the weekend against Partick Thistle. Stuart Armstrong had to depart the scene on 21 minutes. Celtic don't want to take any chances at the moment, with the first leg of the Champions League playoff round tie against Malmo coming up.
It'd be a bit of a surprise for me to see Mackay-Steven come on.
Westlake. Here's Kiltie. Ambitious from Darryl Westlake. Meat and drink to Virgil van Dijk. Johansson. Shot for handball as it came off Robinson.
I don't mind that from Westlake, though, looking to turn Celtic round. I'd rather that than a little short pass into midfield, putting one of his teammates under pressure higher up the pitch.
This is Stefan Johansson. It's worked its way to Commons. Lovely play. Griffiths. Foiled by Smith. And now it will be substitution time for Celtic. Gary Mackay-Steven to take the place of Chris Commons. Well, he's moving, but he has decided that he wants to take no further part in the game. He had mentioned it to the bench. So Mackay-Steven, the rest of the way. Former Dundee United man.
Pretty good replacement.
Thigh injury as far as Commons is concerned. Celtic try to find a second goal here. The movement in the final third has been excellent. Higginbotham just limping a bit. No scoring in the other two Premiership matches on the fixture list tonight. We will keep you abreast of the situation at Tynecastle and at Inverness. Bitton trying to float it forward towards Westlake. Bisson, fast becoming the Celtic midfield fulcrum. Scott Brown might have one or two things to say about that.
Yeah, Kilmarnock are causing themselves one or two problems from pressing high.
That was Commons with the effort earlier. Looked up to the heavens. Something went twang. Picture related? I'm not sure, Chris.
Yeah, I saw him wincing there. I don't think the pitch helps. I mean, who knows? All I do know is a thigh is a disaster. They're normally a good few weeks then, so you'd have to say that Commons is a serious doubt for Malmo now.
Well, it's not what Celtic need. Age Hareide, very interested spectator, the coach of Malmo. He's made the trip across the narrow sea. Here's Higginbotham. Now Kiltie. It's Janko doing enough defensively. It's on. Accurate pass it was. Forrest. Gary Mackay-Steven, instant control. Trying to keep his balance. Away by Connolly for Killie. And I think from a Kilmarnock point of view, as they've kept themselves in the match, Celtic carrying the game to their opponents. Crawford Allen spotted the infringement there.
Forrest looking sharp again, just on that half-turn driving. I think he got a little tug before then. The referee was quite right to bring it back.
He had gone following through on Ashcroft, but the whistle sounding prior to it. Stefan Johansson pondering the free kick. That's what we were talking about, Chris.
Just a little tuck back there.
And by Johansson, Westlake. It was a fine header by Westlake. Just what Kilmarnock needed. There's Aguirre back in there. Magennis had become a defender. Back the set piece. Smith. Kiltie doing his best to bring the ball under control. Kiltie takes the tumble, tidied up by Janko.
There's been a couple of opportunities. McKenzie there, when Kilmarnock are breaking out with the Paul could have just gone in behind and it'd have been through on goal. That happened with Magennis earlier on in the game. Got to be brave sometimes. Slider pass to try and score a goal.
Jeremy Hamill. He's bounced off Bitton, who's slightly shaken up. Here's Aguirre. Mackay-Steven. Here's Aguirre. And MacDonald wasn't sure. He had to rely on Ashcroft. Forrest now from the right. Cut in against Smith. And Rogic. Ambitious from there.
Was ambitious, he was never balanced for the shot there. That's why he sliced it.
News of a goal for Hearts against Motherwell. Gavin Riley from the spot. That's his first goal for Heart of Midlothian, the former Queen of the South player. And Hearts off to a flyer, back as they are in the top division.
Yes, they've started the season particularly well.
There are victories for the Jambos. Jamie Hamill, talking of Heart of Midlothian. Most intimately associated with Hearts. Hamill. It's going to be Stevie Smith. Up goes Gordon. No problems there. Alloa against Rangers is coming up on Sunday. Action from the Ladbrokes Championship.
spoke about him earlier in the game, getting in behind Celtic. Ambrose is woeful there. He has to get across. Got it between Van Dijk and Ambrose. Just tries to steady himself. Gordon might have done well there to narrow the angle, but that big moment.
Well, you might have noticed that there was a commanded player in distress while that was going on. Lee Ashcroft. This is what happened. The McKenzie pass. Now watch Ashcroft, not involved in the play. But it goes down as a miss by Magennis.
I've got to tell you, Derek, that is one of my pet hates. Defenders not going with runners. It was a risk playing offside there. It was too tight to call. Ambrose should be across. He's quick enough to deal with the pace of Magennis. I just don't get it why he hasn't tracked the runner. And Celtic were dominant, in control of the first half. Defender switching off can kill you.
Ashcroft trying to jog off the injury. Nine minutes remaining in the first half. Ashcroft is back. Ambrose. Yanko. Forrest taking over.
A couple of centre-halves in the studio at half-time. Be interesting to see their take on Ambrose.
Stephen Craigan and Johan Njalby. Daryl Curry tonight. Jamie Hamill. The idea was to spring Kiltie on Izagirre. Beaton intended for Mackay Stephen. Westlake had the reading of that. Hamill putting his central midfield partner Robinson under a bit of pressure. Smooth play by Connolly from the back, and McKenzie has climbed the throw out of it. Comes off Beaton.
Magennis has just got to forget about that. Saw him rubbing his face there, but in fairness to him, he looks in behind again.
And Hamill dovetailing. Ball against Izagirre.
Just going back to Magennis there. The good strikers, they're the ones who get in again. The likes of Shearer or Larson, they'd get in again. They're not frightened of missing. He's got to get that out of his mind as quickly as possible. He's causing Celtic one or two problems.
Glorious Ayrshire sunset. This Wednesday night. Here is Stevie Smith for Kilmarnock. Oh, it's Gordon to deny Ashcroft, and Kiltie into the clutches of Gordon.
Well, first of all, it's a wonderful ball in from Smith. I don't think Gordon can come for that, but a dreadful marking from Celtic that just switched off.
And he's recovered from the knock. Lee Ashcroft, although limping noticeably now.
I just don't think he could generate enough pace. It was a decent area which Smith hit, but he just couldn't generate enough pace on the header. Just see there, he's up quite early.
Quick thinking by Craig Gordon.
I think if he goes back across Gordon there, he scores.
Knocked up by Ambrose. Forrest. Smith trying to take it away from him. Trying to put the tackle in as well. Down goes Forrest. Set flying. And the commanding players do not approve of the decision. Free kick to Celtic.
Well, that's a card in my book. As calculated from Hamill there. Just goes past and clips his heels. Be lucky to get away with that one.
So gave Smith a telling off. Hamill getting himself involved. Crawford Allen just opting for mild rebukes. No cards handed out.
Well, I think that's poor refereeing with that. It's a callous tackle.
Izagirre. Only one player has scored against Celtic so far this season. Friendly competition. Ole Callie Finson of the Icelandic club Stjarnan in Champions League qualifying. Nobody yet in the Premiership. Here's Virgil van Dijk.
See Kilmarnock just getting a little spring in the step now.
Johansson trying to disguise his intentions. Griffiths just fading out of the game in the last 10-15 minutes. Johansson went bustling in. He's away by Ashcroft. Here's Mackay Stephen. Johansson. Forrest over there, trying to give Hamill the slip. Rogic. Mackay Stephen, not quite. It's Kiltie all the way back for Killie.
I think Griffiths is a striker, he relies on service. Last 15 minutes, Celtic haven't had much of the ball. If you're Kilmarnock and Gary Locke, I think he'd be pleased with what he's seen the last few minutes.
Hamill desperately trying to stay with Rogic. Down goes Jamie Hamill. Rogic pulls it back, it was Griffiths. Just a few yards away. Izagirre. Well, saw one for Emilio Izagirre. Challenge from Kiltie.
Yeah, a little nudge in the back. Not letting that for me. It's a free kick. It's not a card. I think Kilmarnock are doing the right thing though. They're getting up to Celtic, putting them under pressure. That's what they have to do.
He's collapsed in a heap again. Ashcroft says what happened, Chris.
Yeah, it's not all in now. I don't know whether he's fallen awkwardly, has he?
That was earlier. Looks like the root of the problem. Lee McCulloch there just having a word with him. Gary Locke as well.
Might be a hip flex of that.
And it's going to be Mark O'Hara to come on. Ashcroft, the 21-year-old, he was captain of Kilmarnock towards the end of last season. So Mark O'Hara at 19, product of the Kilmarnock youth scheme. Scotland under-21 international. Stefan Johansson with it. Van Dijk was up trying to cause havoc. Rogic it again. Oh, Celtic just couldn't put it away.
Well, first of all, it's a wonderful ball, tantalising ball in. Van Dijk gets up strongly. Rogic reacts. I've got wonderful defending. I think it was Mark Connolly there. That's what you want your defender to do. Just throw yourself at it, point blank. Rogic shaking his head. Big chance. Give credit to the defender, though.
Quick reminder, coming up next week, the UEFA Champions. Just the one goal of record here. Credit to Kilmarnock, they've picked themselves up. They've given Celtic one or two things to think about. Westlake, and George Magennis returns for the early miss. Kilmarnock on terms, and they are rewarded for a much better spell.
Well, when you're looking for a bit of quality in a wide area, just look at that for a ball. And Magennis does what good strikers do. He gets across Ambrose, who's on his heels, just uses the pace of the ball. And Dijk birds it into the right-hand corner of Craig Gordon's goal. That's no more than Kilmarnock have deserved. The last 15 minutes, they've been on top.
Kilmarnock's first goal of the Premiership season. The first goal Celtic have conceded in this league campaign. And George Magennis punches the air in sheer delight. Well, he is a trier, and he was able to put behind him that earlier moment when he was clean through. Well, it's a jolt to the Celtic system.
Well, I've been impressed with Magennis. He's been running in behind, he's been causing Van Dijk and Ambrose problems with his running ability.
And here's Forrest. And headed behind by Westlake. Not of a mind to take any chances.
Yeah, good decision from Westlake. If in doubt, did the right thing. Kilmarnock have just got to see this through now till half-time.
Was a run of 676 minutes for Celtic without conceding a lead goal. Until then, all the way back to Jim McAllister of Dundee in April. Johansson. Celtic tried to flick it on using Van Dijk. Johansson in added time at the end of the first half. Ambrose. Kilmarnock happy to shuffle it clear. And Stevie Smith on that occasion. By Zakire to Gordon. Well, we did say it. There had been a distinct improvement from Kilmarnock. Here's Westlake. That one takes off. Josh Magennis, the Northern Ireland international, always seems to have a spring in his step. He's a great man in the dressing room by all accounts as well. He's being watched by the Northern Ireland manager, Michael O'Neill.
I like what I've seen of him. He's a powerful runner, he's a strong runner. It's a wonderful finish from the cross. Great ball in from Westlake. Showed really good composure to get across Ambrose.
Coming up during the half-time interval, Darrell Curry, Johan Mjalby, Stephen Craigan will get their thoughts. Zakire. McKenzie did his level best to rob Zakire of the ball. Yanko. Higginbotham who went down. Van Dijk. Zakire. Johansson to take on Robinson, who held his ground. And they're much happier in the Kilmarnock camp now after that Josh Magennis equaliser. Celtic had ruled the roost at the beginning of the contest. Lee Griffiths scoring inside 2 minutes. But Kilmarnock demonstrating that they have the stomach for the fight. At the halfway stage here at Rugby Park, Kilmarnock 1, Celtic 1. Celtic scored first through Lee Griffiths, but then a setback for the Parkhead club. The equaliser courtesy of Josh Magennis for Kilmarnock. And Killie, remember, have lost 5 home games on the trot going back to the 14th of March. Celtic looking to record another victory in the Premiership on the back of 2-0 triumphs against Ross County and Partick Thistle. It will be Celtic to kick off the second half, attacking the goal to our right and towards the Chadwick stand. Well, frustrating for Celtic. The level of their performance dipped a bit towards the end of the first half, and Kilmarnock were able to capitalise. Had been mostly a tale of Celtic attacks in the early part of the game. Jamie Hamill trying to keep a weather eye on Tom Rogic. And Stevie Smith to snuff out the danger. Rogic again, trying to keep Smith off balance. Hamill couldn't find the ball. Rogic for Celtic. Put it away by Connolly. Well, Chris, what are your thoughts looking ahead to this half?
Well, I think Kilmarnock would have gone in at half-time happy. Worked the way back into the game well.
There's McCoy Stephen bundled to the ground by Smith. Free kick to Celtic.
Silly challenge from Smith there, needless, doesn't have to dive in. You see Mackay Stephen just sucks him in. Puts his team under a bit of pressure. I think Celtic would have been, I don't know about the Ronnie Roar, they would have got a Ronnie Rocket at half-time.
I think you're right.
Just put themselves under a little bit of pressure by not taking the chances they created early on.
Now, who wants it here for Celtic? Van Dijk, Bitton, Johansson are the candidates.
Van Dijk all day long here, you can see by the way they're standing. That's a big call, Derek.
Let's see. It's going to be Virgil van Dijk against that human barrier. As Kilmarnock look to break through the sprightly Kiltie. Now Higginbotham. Johansson doing the defensive work for Celtic. Smith with the throw. Robinson. Fouled by Beaton.
He's lucky to get away with that one. If he'd just looked over his shoulder a bit earlier, he would have been aware he had the space behind him.
Yanko. Higginbotham. O'Hara, who came on as a substitute for the injured Ashcroft. Robinson giving it away. Connolly slightly out of position now. Forrest on the ground as Griffiths smacks it towards goal, appealing for handball. Lee Griffiths.
I think it was really well read from James Forrest, picking the ball up in the middle of the park. But a wonderful tackle from Connolly. He has to make that. Gets his body in. Nice strong tackle.
I was talking to Mark Connolly earlier, very excited about being the Kilmarnock skipper this season. 23-year-old Irishman. Really enjoyed his football with Kilmarnock last term. Yanko. Now Johansson. And a test for Celtic. Didn't look that way earlier on, I must say.
No, created a lot of chances early.
Sadie Yanko. It's tidy play by O'Hara as Kilmarnock try to construct. Here's Kiltie off Izagirre.
Good from Kiltie, positive play and well defended from Izagirre. Gives Kilmarnock a little breather, get a foothold into the second half.
Kilmarnock, who have lost their last 8 meetings with Celtic, but level pegging tonight at Rugby Park. Connolly. Izagirre. Very straightforward task. How to get back to Gordon.
It's Mackay-Steven and Forrest have swapped sides again. The start of the second half.
There seems to be that constant interchanging, Chris, where Celtic are concerned, and the attacking positions behind the striker.
I think Izagirre and Forrest, they worked ever so well in the first half together.
And James Forrest. Oh, it was marvellous play, and Griffiths tried to tuck it home. Well, Forrest was the architect, no two ways about that.
Well, he's looked razor sharp all night, caused massive problems down that right-hand side, drives in the box, Connolly dives in. I just don't think Griffiths is ready. I don't think he's set and expecting that ball. Just doesn't get his feet sorted out. Not an easy one. You'd expect a player of Lee Griffiths' calibre. Certainly hit the target.
11 goals in 11 Premiership matches for Lee Griffiths.
But it's unlike him because he's always on his toes.
Well, Mackay-Steven just looked over to see where Griffiths was. To go on a mazy run. Mackay-Steven. Here's O'Hara for Kilmarnock. Gobbled up by Van Dijk. Celtic want to get Forrest on the ball again. Now Rogic. Changed to the shooting position. Nothing there.
He's got to make his mind up quicker. Rogic.
Higginbotham. Magennis. Oh, it was lovely link-up play between Magennis and Kiltie. Kilmarnock showing us their attacking face once again.
Well, Magennis is strong in the air. Just wins the challenge with Ambrose, and had Kiltie just taken a little bit more care on his pass, Magennis would have been in. Got to say, for a side which had one shot on target previous to this game, they've looked a threat.
Connolly on the receding end from Rogic. Connolly taking it. Here's Callum Higginbotham. Mackay Stephen. Trapped by Smith. Taking it into the path of Hamill. Bitton. Zaguirre for Forrest. James Forrest at times has been unstoppable. Rogic didn't quite work its way back to Forrest, but he is the man capable of doing untold damage. That's clear, James Forrest.
Well, at times he's just looked unplayable tonight, driving with the ball, bursting that pace, that energy. Rogic has got to be sharper there, make a quicker decision.
They all want to impress the manager ahead of the Malmo first leg. Forrest, who was out injured at the weekend against Partick Thistle. Here's Gary Mackay-Stephen. Liam Bitton. MacDonald takes care of the situation.
Yeah, not for me that shot is a long way out. I think he had a better option. Give it to your danger man. James Forrest on the left-hand side. He could have popped it out to him. Let him do his thing.
Celtic fans making plenty of noise away to our right. They will want to be the 12th man against Malmo as well. It's going to be a difficult away leg for Celtic, they know that. Travelling to Malmo, they're very compact. 25,000 capacity stadium. There's Van Dijk. Offside, Forrest.
Shouldn't be offside there, should look along the line. He's the widest man, doesn't need to be offside when he's as quick as he is. It's tight, but I think the assistant referee's got that one right. What worries me about Celtic tonight is the way they've defended. Ronnie Dyler, he's off the bench now. He won't be happy.
First goal Celtic have shipped in their Premiership this season. Robinson. You can tell, can't you, the Kilmarnock players believe again. There's a rotten start to the game for Killie. Westlake, nothing wrong with the idea. Kiltie was available. Celtic trying to click into gear once more. Tom Rogic. Second successive start for the Aussie. Now near Bitton, but he's short, happy near Bitton, and there is why! An absolute peach from near Bitton. MacDonald didn't have an athlete. Celtic regain the lead in style.
Well, that's just wonderful, isn't it? What a strike this is. Rogic didn't seem like he could make a decision, so he came back out. And Bitton isn't shut down, but take nothing away from him. That goes like a rocket into the top corner. Jamie MacDonald, no chance with that. Head down, knee through the ball. You see the way he comes off his feet there. It's a wonderful strike.
Liam Bitton scores only his 4th goal for Celtic, and they are lapping it up in the Chadwick stand.
Well, there was just no pressure on the ball there, Derek, so he had time to get his head up, the ball out of his feet, and just strikes through. Like to see one of the midfield players, a Jamie Hamill, or he's got Robinson, get closer to him there and throw their body in the way, block the line of the ball.
I think it's the one thing, Chris, that Liam Bitton has wanted to add to his repertoire. Ability to score more frequently. And if he can shoot like that, then the goals are bound to flow.
Well, absolutely, you have a strike like that. 20-25 yards, just pull the trigger.
Higginbotham. Yanko was there, defending. Yanko's foul on Robinson. Well, between leaving Bitton's boot and hitting the back of the net. I'm told 1 second. That was all. 1 second.
I don't know what that means to me, but that's 1, 2, 3 seconds is a wonderful strike.
Higginbotham. Taken away by Ambrose for Celtic.
Exactly 1 second, was it?
Exactly 1 second, I'm told. From those who are precise about these sort of things.
Who on earth is timing these things?
They're ecstatic, the Celtic supporters, perhaps a bit concerned the way Celtic ended the first half.
Absolutely every right to be. I think from Kilmarnock's point of view, they know they can cause Celtic problems.
Van Dijk. Janko is very much an attacking player by nature. Mackay-Steven. Griffiths! Fine stop by MacDonald.
A good save from MacDonald. Griffiths always looking to shift it onto his left foot. Whether that takes a slight deflection, but MacDonald does well just to tip around the post.
So James Forrest has been feeling his thigh. He waits as Johansson takes it. Cavalry arriving, including Rogic. It's Higginbotham. McKenzie with a touch shot for Kilmarnock. Here's Izagirre.
That's a big worry for Ronnie Dylan. They lose Forrest as well.
Well, there's a man who needs game time. Charlie Mulgrew. He's missed the last 4 matches with a knee injury. Van Dijk. Just a mini collision there. Van Dijk and Magennis. 2-1 to Celtic.
That's what Magennis has to do. Put the likes of Van Dijk and Ambrose under pressure when they're on the ball.
F.A. Ambrose. Sadie Janko. Decided to try to beat McKenzie. Mackay-Steven. Now James Forrest will be going off. Ronnie Dyler not of a mind to take any chances. And he has been inspirational out there tonight. And they certainly enjoyed his performance, the Celtic fans. So Charlie Mulgrew on the pitch, and that'll mean a little reshuffle out there, Chris.
Yeah, good to see Charlie Mulgrew come back into the side. Actually, good to see James Forrest jogging off the pitch. So hopefully that's not going to be too serious.
Griffiths is trying to keep it in near the corner flag. Not the presence of mind to steer it off O'Hara.
Looks like Mulgrew's just slotted in that holding midfield role alongside Bitton.
Johansson will take on the more advanced role.
Yeah, Johansson off the right and Mackay-Steven's moved over to the left.
Celtic, remember, have Inverness coming up on Saturday. That's at home. And then Malmo at home in the Champions League playoff round. It's just a precaution as far as Forrest's concerned. Just a tight thigh, no treatment necessary. That's what we're hearing from down below. Janko kept going. Smith was the man who went to ground. Johansson will hit his own player. Rogic. There's Lee Griffiths on the doorstep. Inadvertently got in the way of that.
It was scruffy the way Janko got to the byline. Just pulls it back. You can see what Johansson was trying. Just trying to feed that into the far corner.
Now Westlake to take it. Actually, he was released by Sheffield United. He had been on loan at Mansfield before joining up here in East Ayrshire. The defender is backing off Rogic. He gave it a fair old clatter. Came off O'Hara. Stephen back in there. Rogic. The header a bit too straight to worry MacDonald.
Yeah, Mackay-Steven just stands this up, no real pace on the ball, so Rogic has to create his own pace. Maybe try and direct that into the far corner.
He has been kept very busy, Jamie MacDonald. Yanko. Celtic leading here, Hearts still in front. No match against Motherwell. Here's McKenzie, and Rory McKenzie making sure Craig Gordon was concentrating.
That's a wonderful strike from McKenzie. I think Ronnie Dyler from there would have been saying shoot, shoot. But he hits it superbly well, and I think it's a pretty standard save from Gordon, who takes no chances.
Well, they had to reach for it, Craig Gordon. Taken short by Higginbotham. Getting it back from Kiltie. Kilmarnock go into reverse. Westlake for MacDonald. Jamie MacDonald who took part in the Scottish Cup final in Falkirk last season, and the losing side against Inverness. Smith. Connolly. Hamill just running out of room. Well, Leo Bitton isn't going to forget his goal in a hurry.
It's just wonderful the way he composes himself, has a look, just puts his laces through the ball. A little bit of swaz on that. And MacDonald it's a valiant effort, but he's nowhere near it.
Quite like that word, Chris, swaz.
Is it a word? That's a word in football, I think.
Mackay-Steven and Westlake all together. Zagire carries on. So the ideal pass from Emilio Zagire. Mark O'Hara trying to break out of defence. Ambrose.
Got the take two there, Magennis.
Johansson for Celtic. Griffiths. He's trying to find the angle, and MacDonald's got a touch on it. Just couldn't reposition his body. Rogic. And MacDonald has been excellent. Bitton. Robinson is struggling for Kilmarnock, I can tell you. Johansson. And Mackay-Steven gives it leather. Yanko. Celtic looking for the third goal that would make it difficult for Kilmarnock. Bitton from miles out again. Well, why not?
Well, I suppose when you score one like he scored one, you probably think you can shoot from anywhere. Here's the Griffith shot, just shifting onto that good left foot of his. That's a top save from MacDonald. I think O'Hara really cleaned that up well when Rogic looked like he was going to score.
Robinson has made his way down that tunnel, and Kilmarnock have made the change. Aaron Splaine is the substitute, an 18-year-old, Queen of the South youth player.
I think with so many injuries, this is the pitch argument.
2-0 to Hearts, as you can see, flashed on your screen. Billy King on 63 minutes, adding to the earlier goal from Gavin Riley, a penalty. So Hearts on course for another victory, as are Celtic as we speak. Aberdeen also with a 100% record, but idle this midweek. Even if Kilmarnock go down here, the players have shown Gary Locke something positive. And looking at the fixture list, they've got Partick Thistle away on Saturday, Ross County at home the following Saturday, League Cup meeting with Berwick, then Motherwell away. So you're looking at matches against teams against whom Kilmarnock might fancy their chances more. It's been a very difficult beginning to the season for Killie.
Absolutely, but there's still only 2-1 in this game. For me, it was all about the performance Kilmarnock gave tonight. As far as Gary Locke, I'd be heartened certainly from the way they've attacked and looked a threat.
Johansson pings it forwards. O'Hara with the missed kick. Smith goes down. Fouled. And Griffiths. He's not having it, Lee Griffiths.
He's a striker. Yeah, little clip of the heels. Strikers are allowed to remonstrate though, Derek, aren't they?
As you're always telling me, Chris, yeah. Spooned away by Ambrose. Man has played 45 times for Nigeria, including at the last World Cup. Didn't get much of a break after World Cup 2014. Straight into action just about with Celtic. Over it comes from Smith. Magennis and Gordon, and McKenzie has it. The spin and the turn by Rory McKenzie. Celtic just switching off. Mulgrew succeeded in getting it forward. Stephen out to Griffiths on this near side. Johansson being watched there by the ever alert Connolly. It was Mark Connolly who took the fall. Play continues. It's been high energy stuff this evening. McKenzie, the switcher play to Higginbotham. Splaine, the substitute. Yanko. Kilmarnock free kick.
Yes, I think Mr. Allen's got that one right. May have been for the earlier one. Little tug by Yanko. There was one just previous to that, which it may have been for.
Can Kilmarnock take advantage of this set piece? Jordan just adjusting that wall. Johansson, one of the players in it. Taken by Smith. Oh, and it was Kiltie. Just couldn't make contact with it. Now Higginbotham. He can certainly belt them. Callum Higginbotham once more. Here's Smith. And Yanko. Goal kick.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't like Yanko's position off the free kick at all. I think he looks like he was put in a near post space, and he cannot let that ball get in there. I think it was Kiltie who missed his kick. But Yanko has to look behind him, they have to hold the line, and he has to be blocking that ball. Going on his outside.
Yanko. Johansson. Inside the final 20 minutes. And Mulgrew is chasing back frantically Westlake. Mackay Stephen. He's a difficult player to contain.
Well defended Westlake. It's a good ball from Charlie Mulgrew. Time on the ball. Mackay Stephen looking to get in behind Westlake. Defends strongly. Stops the cross.
Mulgrew, now that he's on. be entrusted with this corner. Splaine back to Mulgrew. To play his way around Aaron Splaine. Hodge for Mulgrew. Weaker foot. Well, instructive for Age Hareide, the coach of Malmo. He's made the journey here to Rugby Park tonight. In a week's time, he'll be pitting his wits against his fellow Norwegian, Ronny Deila. Magennis getting stuck in there.
He used to play for Norwich City, Derek.
Yep.
Many moons ago.
Manchester City in his past.
Yes.
Actually been a winning manager in league terms in Sweden, Denmark and Norway. Rogic comes away with the ball. Johansson. Rogic has gone beyond him. Lee Griffiths. Clever flick. Johansson. And Mulgrew for Celtic. Aguirre tries to turn on the Jets. Flicks it back. Acrobatic style. Oh, it would have been spectacular from Griffiths had it gone in. Close shave.
Yeah, Mulgrew just pulling the strings in midfield. Aguirre just sucks Westlake in. Just stands it up. And Griffiths gone for the acrobatic there. Gets up early. Not far away.
Super Lee is the cry from the Celtic supporters. Scored a hat-trick against Kilmarnock back in April. 3 goals in 19 minutes.
I think Magennis there. He can get that in on his chest, take 2 touches. Always used to infuriate my old managers when I tried to lay it off with 1 touch. Straight to the opposition. If you're not sure, take 2.
Van Dijk. Mulgrew. And the guy Stephen tried to help it on. Van Dijk dwarfing McKenzie. And the guy Stephen moving a bit gingerly now. Commons and Forrest have already gone off. The Celtic supporters have enjoyed the attacking aspects of the game. Maybe a bit dismayed about the goal that was shipped. Mulgrew with it. And Van Dijk arriving on the scene late in that move. Mulgrew tries again. Well, he's determined to get on target again, Lee Griffiths. Just a reminder, we're back with you on Sunday. So BT Sport 1 through the red button and also BT Sport 2.
Kilmarnock just have to keep going. They can get 1 more chance. Of course, Celtic problems. Should take belief from their first half performance, or the last 15 minutes, I should say.
I'll tell you what, Chris, it's going to be an intriguing Partick Thistle Kilmarnock tussle on Saturday. You and I watched Partick Thistle against Celtic. Alan Archibald, their manager, wasn't all that happy with his team's display. But it is a crucial game for both sides, even this early in the season. Offside, Aguirre.
Good run from Aguirre. Good ball from Van Dijk. Yes, I agree. It's a big game for both sides. I actually think Kilmarnock have given Celtic far more food for thought defensively than Partick did.
Magennis with the leap. Ambrose is trying to deal with the threat posed by Higginbotham. Westlake. Splaine comes away with it. Izagirre has to chase back. And he did. Tackle coming in from Emilio Izagirre. And a corner to Kilmarnock.
Yeah, wins a corner, Splaine. Had he got his head up a little bit earlier, Higginbotham was waiting on the edge of the box free.
Connolly, one of the aerial targets. Higginbotham with the outswing out. There's Connolly. Grew was sticking with him. Now Smith. The offender was Johansson. He takes issue with that, Stefan Johansson.
You can understand why. I think Smith has bought this. Johansson can't go anywhere there. Not sure the referee has got that one right. In fact, he hasn't. A good opportunity from Kilmarnock.
An encouragement for the Kilmarnock players and the fans in front of us in the East Stand. Smith, one of the players you might expect to hit it. Splaine, the substitute, looks as though he fancies it. And Gordon had to watch it every step of the way. Quickly back in play by Kilmarnock. And Gordon again. And it's McGrew having to do a bit of defending.
That's a wonderful ball in. Higginbotham.
Mark O'Hara was able to get his head to it. And Higginbotham now to deliver. Little swirl of pressure from Kilmarnock. And then Higginbotham brought down by Lee Griffiths, who wants to charge forward. Splaine. Oh, he has it, but Hamill free kick.
You just see Kilmarnock getting a head of steam up again. It's a wonderful free kick from Splaine.
And there's the man who's been at the centre of the debate this week, John Collins, the Celtic assistant manager.
He endeared himself to too many people, managers in Scotland.
At times in this game, Kilmarnock have certainly been quick enough and clever enough to pose problems for Celtic.
Yes,
that's fair comment.
Well, just the goal, they were quick enough and clever enough. I think that's always one of those statements where you can get egg on your face. You remember the Graham Souness comment, men against boys, back in the day. Blackburn got lots of egg on their face in the return leg.
You can sort of see both sides of that argument, Chris, can't you? You never want to discourage a coaching figure from having an opinion. John Collins expressed his opinion, but it did ruffle a few feathers.
Yeah, I think he's absolutely right. If that is his opinion, and that was his opinion, I think he had some valid points, but you can also understand how other teams use that as a motivational tool. I would do the same if I was on an opposing team.
Inside the final 10 minutes at Rugby Park. Charlie Mulgrew. It's going to be interesting to see what team Ronnie Dyler puts out against Inverness on Saturday. 3 changes this evening. Expect there'll be a few again. Here's Callie Thistle.
It would worry me slightly if I was Ronnie Dyler. Certainly with Commons, I think he won't make the Malmo game. I'm pretty sure of that. Thighs are notoriously bad injuries. They take a few weeks at best.
Celtic still hoping that Scott Brown and Stuart Armstrong will be fine. Cedric Boyata rested tonight, no injury there. Similar story for Mikael Lustig. There's Van Dijk and now Rogic. The last couple of games have been very positive for Tom Rogic. Griffiths. O'Hara playing just off his shoulder. Celtic corner.
Yeah, well defended from O'Hara, but good from Griffiths, nice and positive.
Sea of green and white behind that goal. Stefan Johansson to take. And Van Dijk making that late push towards goal. MacDonald. Kilmarnock delighted to have him as part of the setup now. Here's Aguirre. Gives it to his goalkeeper, Craig Gordon. Quick reminder, coming up on Tuesday. Mackay-Steven pulls it back. Griffiths. And O'Hara, not once but twice. The substitute.
Well, Mackay-Steven, absolutely wonderful composure in the first instance. Knocking over Westlake's head, I think. Little 1-2 with Roggett, and I just think Griffiths will regret not hitting that first time. It hasn't bobbled, just can't get his feet sorted out quickly enough. He's always on the move though, Griffiths.
Charlie Mulgrew wasn't closed down, releasing it. Griffiths! MacDonald! But Mulgrew there to follow up. Offside though, it won't count. The goal chopped off, and Kilmarnock get on with the game. Ambrose and the left foot of Gordon. And we'll see it again in a second or two. I think it was a correct call by the officials.
I think absolutely. Look, the linesman, assistant referee, got that one right.
There's Aguirre. Well, it's been a vibrant, up-tempo game of football. We've been entertained here in East Ayrshire tonight. It's not finished yet.
No, there's been some good attacking play, some poor defending from both sides. It's not been dull.
Johansson trying to push it through. Oh, that's magnificent from Mackay-Steven. Johansson just couldn't locate the ball. Down has gone Connolly. He didn't like what was being dished out by Stefan Johansson. And Crawford Allen just trying to separate both parties.
Well, fair play to Mark Connolly there by the looks of it. I think Johansson could have pulled the trigger. He's had a little tap at his heels there and follows through. Mark Connolly just gets up and gets on with it. Here's the chance. You see Mulgrew offside on the far side of the goal. Wonderful technique from Griffiths, just using the pace of the ball to try and feed it into the far corner. Good save again from MacDonald.
Crawford Allen taking note of this latest personnel switch. Near Bitton with a classy goal. Apparently represents the difference. He's not moving all that freely either. Limping a bit. Let's revisit the goal from Bitton. Chris?
Well, it's just wonderful. Just puts his foot through the ball. 25-30 yards on the keeper, no chance. A goal like that is worthy of winning any football match.
Conor McGregor on for Celtic. She used as a substitute much earlier on Sunday against Partick Thistle because of the Armstrong injury. Composure from O'Hara that time. It's been a greatly improved effort from Kilmarnock when you think about the first two games. Taken to the cleaners by a very impressive Dundee team in the opener. With many fearing the worst with the rest of the season in mind. Beaten pretty comprehensively by Aberdeen at Pittodrie on Sunday.
Gary Locke will just be thinking, one more chance, give us one more chance. But nothing to lose now. I've been impressed. I've been impressed with Magennis. I think he offers something Boyd doesn't, the ability to run in behind and stretch defences. It's a physical presence as well.
Oh, he's Aguirre, and he didn't look all that confident. That's a penalty. Kiltie went down. He's Aguirre all at sea. And Kilmarnock on the front foot once more. Celtic not looking composed.
I think we said just one more chance. As Kiltie just gets the run on Izagiri. Gets his body in. I think you see there Izagiri just tapping his heels. Gives the referee no choice but to give the penalty.
What drama in the closing stages at Rugby Park. Callum Higginbotham in his first season with Kilmarnock hasn't scored in his last 31 appearances for Partick Thistle and Killie. Gary Locke, or did he want to look away there? It's Higginbotham against Gordon. Fingers from Higginbotham. That took confidence. And Killie have come back again. 2-2.
Well, confidence, cheek, impudence, whatever you want to call it. It's a wonderful penalty. Gordon goes early. But to have the arrogance to just dink it in such a high-pressure situation. And Kilmarnock have just stuck in there. Celtic have had chances to kill the game off. But fair play to Kilmarnock. They've been dogged, determined.
Aga Haraida, the Malmo coach. We'll take a note of that. Celtic's defensive frailties exposed a bit of this game. You've got to say that. And you can't afford wobbles of that nature in European football's Premier Club competition. That's the challenge that awaits Celtic next week. As of now, at the moment, they're staring a draw in the face.
Well, I think we complimented Celtic for the way they defended in European competition this season, but tonight it's been woeful.
It's been a smashing contest, this. The second night running in the top flight of Scottish football, the Dundee derby last night, 2 apiece, similar scoreline here, and still playing. And Kilmarnock just would not quit. Now, what sort of response will that elicit from Celtic?
Just see there's a bit more urgency now in Celtic's play. Trying to get 2-1 and cruise.
Mulgrew, action stations here for Celtic. Trying to float it towards the far post. Griffiths unable to do anything with it. Well, there's an accident. And Griffiths having to be careful that he didn't compound the damage.
Yeah, Mulgrew. I think he just sells Smith there, gets it back in his favoured left, but you can see where he's trying. I'd like to see Celtic throw through a few more bodies in the box at this stage. There's only Griffiths in there, and Mackay-Steven.
Gary Locke, who was under pressure, let's make no bones about it, before a ball was kicked tonight. Things haven't really gone his way since being named permanent manager of Kilmarnock. Something of a squad overhaul during the summer.
Well, that just typifies Kilmarnock for me tonight. Magennis running back, putting Mackay-Steven under pressure, winning the ball back for his team.
Ambrose from the back. Here's McGregor. Minimum of 2 added minutes at the end of this game. Yanko. Smith covering for Killie. Johansson. Higginbotham wasn't too fussy about where it went. Now Rogic.
I think it's a night where Ronnie Dyler will learn lessons about his fringe players, if you like.
At the moment, Hearts stand to go top of the table. Can Celtic pull something out of the fire? Yanko. Here's McGregor. Higginbotham joining Smith. The defensive role, it's Yanko. Going to place it on the head of Griffiths. Goal kick here, and that might be Celtic's last statement. There's going to be a Kilmarnock change. And Scott McLean, a teenager in Westlake, will be given a run. And it's Kiltie making the very leisurely walk off the pitch. Gary Lorcan and Lee McCullough supervising the proceedings.
Good for the penalty. Kiltie just getting his body in front of his Aguirre. Giving the referee no choice.
Forward by Jamie MacDonald. Yanko breaks all over McKenzie. A performance of genuine gumption by Kilmarnock. They have their first point of the campaign. Higginbotham from the spot late on. Josh Magennis had netted earlier. Near beaten with a corker of a goal for Celtic. We wondered at the time if that was going to be decisive. Not so. Jamie MacDonald, excellent. Lee Griffiths had given Celtic a very early lead. A goal inside 2 minutes. But no Ronnie Roar this evening, I don't think. Not after this performance. Too much defensive negligence. And looking on was the coach of Malmo, Age Hareide. But that game can wait for a week. Celtic will reflect on a couple of points lost here at Rugby Park tonight. The final score reads Kilmarnock 2, Celtic 2.